Nice run and a good one. Williams outside. 15 keeps his feet. And Williams finds the end zone. And he is in for a touchdown. On second down, here's a toss. Here is Lucas. Jalen Lucas, that great speed. Keeps his feet. Inside the 30. Lucas, 10, 5. Touchdown, Indiana. It's Henderson cutting back and finding the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
Welcome to episode 188 of the Hoosier Happy Hour presented by Big Banter. Yes, you're hearing the old voice of Michael Bragg, the man, right? Is that what they call me on this podcast? I don't know.
At least behind your back. That's
what
they call you.
I guess. Follow me on Twitter. It's at Braggley, Braggley. I think this is my first podcast of the 2024 year. Yeah. The other guy you hear back there, that's Brandon. You can follow him on Twitter. It's at Brandon Dubich. Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich, Dubich. What's up, Brando?
Oh man. Now that the Steelers are eliminated, I am full in off-season mode. I'm now not ready to dive into IU basketball. No real need to. This isn't a basketball podcast, but yeah, so I'm looking up mock drafts. I'm looking at what we're going to cover tonight. Like I said, fully moving on to off-season mode.
Yeah, I think we all are. I think I saw 220. By the time the podcast comes out, 226 days until football starts. So we got quite a bit of time to hang out and
early Brandos Randos.
Yeah.
I would say there's more positivity with IU football than IU basketball right now.
There's so much more positivity. I mean, we didn't text at all in our group chat last night. I don't think. And I mean, dude, I don't want to take too hard of a stand on this, but I'm so like Woodson out right now. It's not.
You have been. That's also not recently.
No,
you've been that way for the end of last season and all of this season.
I'm going to take 2 seconds. We don't usually talk basketball, but I just want to get this off my chest just so we can talk about this. I don't want to hear any more about his recruiting. I don't want to hear any more about anything else. Sure, the starting lineup was fine yesterday. Let's be real. I mean, Ware got into some issues with foul trouble. The referees weren't a problem. We were out coached. We were out hustled. We were out depthed, if that makes sense. That's not a word. Dude, when they brought in Caleb first, Ethan Morton, and who's the guy that I really don't like his tattoos? The their backup number 4. I can't remember his number's 0.
I have no idea.
I can't remember his name. Either way, those dudes started for them last year. Started for
Mason Gillis. Yeah.
Started for them as a 1 seed, and they're coming off the bench. We can't do that. You know who we have coming off the bench? Caleb Banks. Xavier Johnson, Mr. 4 games back, 1 ejection, 2 flagrant fouls, 4 points, I think. Yeah, that's who we have.
He needs to go work at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
I think they both do. I think Woodson can buy one, and then he can hire Xavier Johnson. Either way.
We all know how good he is behind a wheel.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. We don't ever talk basketball. I just want to get that off my chest because I'm sure I made a lot of people mad by saying the Woodson out thing.
It's getting louder.
Yeah. So,
speaking of coaches, though, today, but football coaches.
Yeah. We are going to do that. I was going to say, speaking of loud, thankfully, Seth is still on his work vacation or work trip, whatever he's doing right now. If you can hear some stuff in the background, my kids are running around being crazy, but he's doing that and we don't have to listen to him. And he was actually fairly decent yesterday, which is weird. And I wouldn't have been.
I didn't get a single text from him.
No, it was just an awful game. Okay, moving on. Back to football. Some quick housekeeping. We still have LEO podcast shirts available. You guys are flying. They're flying off the shelves. So get one while you still can. Check out BraggleyProductions.com. I think I let go of podcastleo.com. I think that's gone. I think I need to buy the new domain, but BraggleyProductions.com. That'll get you there. Go to the shop. Shirts are crazy on sale. $10. You know, you buy 2 I'll free ship it. Like, and don't worry about any of that stuff. We'll take care of it. Free sticker with everything, but they're flying off the shelves. Get them while you still can. Very nice shirts. They're great. So, Twitter and Instagram at Happy Hour IUFB. You can find us there for all the hot takes and the retweets and everything else. I do want to say, I keep saying Twitter because Brandon said he would never call it X, but on the last podcast, all he did was call it X the entire time. It was the weirdest thing ever. I was sitting there.
I'm nothing if not inconsistent.
We also still have Patreon. Patreon's going to be really cool. I mean, we're getting ready to start kicking up some big time stuff. I think we're definitely going to do some like live recorded stuff that'll just be on Patreon.
I want to talk to Tino Sinceri so bad.
Oh, we're going to get Tino on. We're going to get the coaches on. We're going to get some players on. We're going to get some ex-players on. All that stuff, though, is going to be exclusive to the Patreon. We might tease you guys a little bit with a little bit of Instagram stuff, a little bit of Twitter stuff, little teases, right? But $3 a month. Let's be real. I'm going out with Brandon on Saturday. You know what $3 is going to get me? Nothing. It doesn't get you anything anymore. You know what it gets you per month? For a month. Think about that. What is that divided by 30? 10 cents?
Yeah.
That's 300 pennies, right? So
that is good math.
Yeah. So it's 10 cents a day. 10 cents a day. Think about that. I'm not going to get anything for $3. Maybe a couple pull tabs for $3.
Woo!
That's about it. Depends
and that you can win anything. You can win anything.
Win $600. You can't win $600 from us, but you can get a 20% discount on your merch and then get all the cool stuff that I was talking about. Okay. Today's a special episode. We don't have a whole lot going on with the program. A couple things I do want to talk about, and maybe it's part of your Brando's Rando, so don't want to ruin it. If I start ruining it, cut me off.
You got it.
Should we talk about what we are offering as far as scholarships go? Is that in your randos?
It is not. Let's cover it.
The number one quarterback from the 2026 class is reclassified to the 2025 class, and he's down to 5 teams already. I think 5 or 6.
This is going to go fast. This recruitment's going to be done by spring.
And I'll tell you why we're part of this. It's Alabama, Auburn, USC, Indiana. I can't remember another.
I'm pulling it up now.
I'm
pulling it up now.
Brandon will get it. He's in with Indiana,
Michigan,
because he's known Coach Sinceri since he was 8 years old. He's been friends, not known. He's been friends with the Sinceri family since he was 8 years old. This kid is incredible. Straight 5-star prospect. That would be huge. But it's down the road. It's down the road a little bit. But just to give you an idea, I mean, we're offering some big time people coming up. Coach Sig is not holding back at all. So just to give you guys an idea of what's going on. I did tweet that out, I think.
You did.
Retweeted it out the other day. Yeah. So check out the Twitter feed. You'll see it. We're going to do a kind of breakdown, a little bit of some coaches that we've added. Brandon's going to do some of that. And then he's going to ask me questions. And then we'll do the normal stuff. We'll do some Brando's Randos. We'll go back and talk about how I went 1-5 on the NFL games last week. Some big time surprises. And then we're going to pick this week's.
Yep.
So buckle up. So here we go. Brandon, tell me about your coaches.
So we, unfortunately, we talk about a lot of the players, and we did that in depth last week. But this show also talks about coaches a lot. Certain offensive line coaches, certain OCs, definitely head coach. So what I wanted to do today, because I haven't heard a lot of other IU football content kind of go into the coaches. And it is such a big part of college football. I mean, 2024 Alabama is basically 2019 Indiana, right? So who knows where these coaches may or may not go. So I just wanted to run through a couple of them that I think you'll hear us talk about a lot. And the first one I wanted to talk about was Mike Shanahan.
No relationship.
That was my first question. Not part of the Shanahan family. But here's a little whiz that I didn't prepare you for. What was his collegiate position?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Yes.
What has IU absolutely loaded up on?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. This guy has been involved in wide receivers for 8 years. I feel very, very good. Our last wide receivers coach definitely had a type, but I don't feel like our wide receivers developed as well as we thought they could, and we certainly didn't put many into the pros. So I'm very excited about Mike Shanahan. And he's been a coordinator with Coach Sig for 3 years. How much do you think that matters in getting an offense year one?
I talked about this when we hired Coach Signetti. I think we found out how many did he bring over? 6?
I don't have the exact number, but it is offense, defense, and
linebackers.
Yeah, and special teams.
There's a decent amount, right?
Yeah.
I think it's 6. 6
our OC, DC, and special teams. The 3 most important coaches are all James Madison.
Yeah. And so you bring over continuity. You bring over familiarity. That was terrible for me to say. Familiarity. That's even worse. I just should have stuck with the first one. You bring all that over, and it's immediate. It just should hit the ground running, right? You're teaching the same system. You don't have to introduce yourself to this new offensive coordinator that maybe you worked with a few years ago. And, football's changed in the last, it changes every year, but it's definitely changed in the last 5 years, 6 years into this incredible pass heavy, quick shooting type of offense, right? Defenses have changed. Everything changes, right? But when you bring over the people you've worked with for the last 5-6 years, whatever it's been, plus it all transitions over. It should, at least on paper, and the way it should go is that it should all transition over. Obviously, the players have to adapt to this new program, but half our team's from JMU, so yeah, it should be fine. I like it.
So just a little bit of stats here, and accolades. James Madison ran Mike Shanahan's offense. He put together the Sun Belt Player of the Year, the Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Year twice. He led FBS in 2022 with time of possession, 33 minutes and 44 seconds. I think that's huge in the Big Ten. There's teams that if you lose the time of possession battle, you don't have a chance. Namely talking Penn State, Michigan, Wisconsin. I love the fact that his teams, this 2 years as offensive coordinator, number 6 and number 7 in the nation in time of possession. I hadn't heard that stat before when talking about him. That all I heard about is they pass all over the place, right? Quarterbacks, huge numbers, wide receivers, huge numbers. But the fact that they can do all of that while possessing the ball, I think that's huge. What do you think?
Yeah, you know me. Whenever we do the game predictions, I'm always like, we got to win time of possession. We got to run the ball. We got to control the ball. We got to do this. If we can do time of possession and throw the ball and run the ball effectively, like that's right up my alley. I'm all about it.
Right. Because, we all loved Coach Wilson's offense, but his was either 3 and out or 80-yard touchdown. And our defenses would just be dead, just absolutely cooked. So I love this about Coach Shanahan. His quarterback in his 4 years, and this dates back to before James Madison, was always voted all part when James Madison was still in FCS. His quarterback finished 4th in their Heisman.
Seriously?
So
in the FCS Heisman. Is that what you're saying?
In the FCS Heisman.
Yeah.
Correct. And then again, speaking for continuity, he was there at Elon and Indiana University. So this will be his 9th year with Coach Signetti. I think that's huge.
Yeah, that's big time.
Let's jump to the defensive coordinator. And that is Bryant Haynes. Now, you guys may have seen this in the news or on Twitter. Why is Bryant Haynes historical? For 2 reasons.
Oh, are you at? That's a question. I thought
It's a
when you said
question.
I thought when you said two reasons you were going to continue. I don't. I don't know.
Highest
Isn't
paid
there a tie?
assistant coach,
Okay,
highest paid
that's right.
assistant coach ever
That's
at
right. At
Indiana,
IU. Yep.
and the only Broyles semifinalist ever at IU. Now,
Can
for
you
those that
explain the Broyles
yeah,
part of it? Yeah.
yeah, for those that don't know, the Broyles Award goes to the nation's top coordinator, this top defensive coordinator. Sorry. So again, we ponied up, which I think sends a message to the Big Ten, to the fans, certainly to the staff, that, hey, guys, if you can be one of the top coordinators, we're going to pay you like one of the top coordinators. I think that's huge. Again, at JMU, where he was coordinator for 4 years, they ranked top 10 nationally every year. That's
big time.
crazy to be that consistent year over year over year. That's and we were talking about Shanahan having a top offensive player. Well, 3 Dukes were named finalists for the Buck Buchanan Award, with one winning the runner-up in 2019. So he has studs. He has entire units. It's very, very impressive. I didn't follow this school back when I was in school, but where did Mr. Bryant Haynes play his football? There's a reason I'm asking you this.
If you didn't follow them when you were in school, it was probably IU.
He did not play at IU. There is a guy on staff that played, but he played against IU when he was in school. He went to Ball State from 2005 to 2008.
So he would have been on one of those teams that beat IU.
Didn't we lose in 2008?
That was the so the Ball State guys, they'll always tell you that's the Dante Love game. That was
that 2008 or was that 2010?
No, 2010. It wasn't that one. It was 2000. Well, I want to say it was 8.
I think it was either 8 or 10.
I'm trying to think who I went to that game with. I know who I went to the game with. Yeah, it was 2000, definitely 2008. Yeah, because and you know what's funny is I still remember that play. I mean, that was a fumble. They hit him. He fumbled. Obviously, I mean, tragic circumstances came with that. I mean, he ended up not being able to walk the rest of his life. But it ended up being a fumble for a touchdown, and Nick Polk picked that one up, took to the house. Definitely 2008. So, he would have been on that team.
4-year starter, All-American Mid-American linebacker, All MAC, and freshman All-American. So this guy played Group of 5 football, and he's been with Coach Sig for 8 years. Again, what you're going to hear, Shanahan, 8 years. Haynes, 8 years. But both of these are also relatively young guys. I mean, Brian Haynes is a year older than me. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And Shanahan's 2 years younger than me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So our defensive coordinator's 38 and our offensive coordinator's 35. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And I love it because I feel like you need that. I mean, we talked about it, young and hungry. What was the knock on Coach Sig? Oh, he's old.
How many years? Yeah.
How many years he's bringing young guys with him, right? He's not bringing, not to bring up basketball again, he's not bringing his old buddies with him to smoke cigars and drink wine in the locker room, right? This isn't the country club, right? He's bringing guys that have been with him who are young and hungry and accomplished. Love it.
Yeah, totally dig that. Is there another one you want to talk about?
There's 3 more I want to talk about. Not near in depth as the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, because I think we'll talk about those 2 all during the season. I doubt these other ones will come up as much.
Can I do a side tangent real quick? And
Sure.
I hope this is not a Brando's Randos. I probably should have looked at your outline, maybe.
I didn't fill out an outline. So you're fine.
Okay, well, perfect. Can we stop with the I can't believe that Alabama has hired IU's former offensive coordinator and their former defensive coordinator. We let them go, blah, 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 right? We didn't let them go. We were coming off an 8-win season, a Gator Bowl season, right? Disappointing the way that it ended at the Gator Bowl. Believe me, it still hurts me to talk about it. But the momentum behind the program was insane when DeBoer left, right? And then it was one more year, I think, and then Womack left after a great season, the highest ranked season in the history of IU football. What do you want him to do?
Yeah.
What do you want him to do? Like, of course, you should be happy. You should say, holy cow, like our old offensive coordinators, old offensive coordinator and old defensive coordinator are at Alabama. Don't be like, I can't believe we let them go. We didn't let them go. They got a head coaching job. Both of them got head coaching jobs out of it. It just happened that Kalen DeBoer is an absolute stud. Nobody predicted when he went to Fresno State that he was going to be what did they go 12-1 or something like that?
Yeah,
insane.
They won me so much money. All they did was cover.
Yeah, and then he goes to Washington, has a terrible year. I think his first year, or not a terrible year, but like not a great
I think
year.
like went 8-4, maybe 9-4 after the bowl game.
And then they end up in a national championship game. Poor Mike Penix. I didn't get to talk about it. But man, that guy had flashbacks real bad in that national championship.
He had some IU PTSD.
Oh, big time. But yeah, I just want to get that off my chest. Can we stop with that? Just you should be proud of it. You shouldn't be disappointed with it or
we
upset
let him
it.
go. No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Continue.
Okay.
Let's get past the
So Grant Kane is our special teams coordinator. The one that is least tenured with Coach Sig. He's only been with Coach Sig for 4 seasons, but he has the most coaching experience. This will be his 20th year coaching college football. And again, he played at Catawba College. That can't be even D2. That's
powerhouse. That's got to be powerhouse.
Do you know that for sure?
No, I don't know, but it's definitely probably like an NAIA school, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. I did not do my research. But all I know is this guy's had 3 All-American special teamers. I did not know this was a stat, but ESPN ranks special teams efficiency. The James Madison 2023 team was ranked 14th in special teams efficiency.
That is not something I would have tried to seek out, that stat. But
nope.
That's
great. Here's another thing that I love. What really boosts that ranking is blocked punts. They had 4 of them.
I love a good block punt. Not what happens to us, but when we walk.
The Colts have made a season on block punts, and how much of a difference did it make?
Oh yeah. Well, we had some blocked as well. But yeah, it made a huge difference. It made a big difference. I can't remember the game that made a big difference in, but yeah, I think we had 2 in one game.
So they have all conference kickers. They block punts. That's about as what you want. You want a solid kicker and a team that can have explosive special teams plays.
Before I forget this point, and I want to ask you a question. What isn't it impressive that with the culture of college football and the way that things move and change almost every year, that you said he's the shortest tenured with Coach Sig. 4 years. When was Brandon Shelby, I think, was like the longest tenured coordinator with Tom Allen, I think, overall. The coordinators don't stay. JMU was an incredibly successful program. How did he keep these people? How did he keep Tino Sinceri? How did he keep Brian Haynes? I'm assuming it's a culture thing. Right?
Totally.
And they had to have had offers to go other places if they're producing the way that they have produced. So, all right, what's the last one?
Last one is none other than Tino Sinceri. This guy is already making his way in recruiting. He's an absolute stud, but he comes from, and I love this, similar to Coach Sig. Coach Sig comes from football royalty. His dad is an absolute college football legend. So is Tino. I'm just going to read this small paragraph. Tino is the son of Sal Sinceri, a coaching veteran of nearly 4 decades between collegiate and NFL ranks. Sal owns 4 national titles as an assistant coach. And again, second time I'm bringing it up, he was a Broyles Award finalist in 2011. He retired as part of Nick Saban's staff in 2022, where he was spent 4 seasons there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Son of a stud. The stud is the son of a stud.
And Tino probably has the most impressive coaching experience. He was at Florida State for 2 seasons. He would then, after Florida State, he went to Tennessee. Then from Tennessee, he went to Alabama for 2 years. Then his dad was there too, so that never hurts. A little bit of nepotism, but it never hurt.
That never hurt.
It never hurt anyone. And then from Alabama, he went on to team up with Shanahan and Sig, where he was there the last 3 seasons. Again, we've covered what Shanahan did. Tino is his right-hand man. I'm not going to regurgitate the statistics because it's pretty much just regurgitating everything that Shanahan did. But I think we're already seeing. I mean, you started off this segment with a recruiting bomb, and that's all because of Coach Sinceri. I think he is going. I think he is going to be a locker room guy. I think he's going to be awesome on the recruiting front, and I can't wait to see what he does with Rourke and Jackson and the number of quarterbacks we got on our staff. I don't want to talk about it, but I also love. Do you remember the James Madison coach that was going crazy on the sidelines this past season?
I don't.
It went viral this past season.
Stuff. No, I don't remember.
I just saw it on Twitter. That was Pat Kuntz, who actually played at IU, and he came over from James Madison. So, pretty excited to have that guy on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And he also played at like I said, he played at Notre Dame, so I'm wrong. He coached at IU on the 16-17 team.
Grad assistant, right? Or
yeah, grad assistant.
Is that what he was? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
it on coaches. But again, I know I'm going to be probably talking a lot about Bryant, a lot about Shanahan, and of course sprinkling in Coach Sinceri.
Yeah, I was thinking about kind of my point I made about how Coach Sig kept these people at JMU, right? Now look,
how do you keep Sinceri on staff?
So here's what I'm thinking now: is you've got probably 3 legitimate studs, right? In offensive, defensive, and Sinceri, he's co-offensive coordinator, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got those 3 absolute studs, right? And 2 studs and 1 stud muffin. And then I don't think we lose them. Let's say we come out and we just go, we're on fire. Let's mess around, live in a fantasy world, 9-3, 10-2 season, right? Think about that before the bowl game. 9-3, 10-2 season. Usually we'd get poached, right? Let me have this offensive coordinator. Let me have this defensive coordinator. This kind of goes back and it kind of ties a bow on all of what we've talked about with the coaches. And one of the points that I had made about not wanting Coach Signetti before when we were kind of prospecting coaches, this is it, right? This is probably it for him.
Yes.
Coaching wise. Now, granted, he's 10 years younger than Nick Saban, who just retired and could probably continue to coach if he wanted to. But wouldn't they just hang out to have a chance to be a head coach at a Power 5 Big Ten school and take over the legacy that Coach Sig, that we're hoping that he can make? Like, maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're just all hanging out and being like, you know what, Shanahan, maybe you're the next head coach. And then I'm going to take over offensive coordinator. And then, I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe that's why they're all hanging out. Hopefully.
Or they just like Coach Sig.
Like it. Yeah.
I mean, exactly. I feel like I'm pretty loyal to the companies. I've worked for 2 companies in my life, one for 6 years, or reverse, one for 7 years, one for 6 years. That's a long time.
Yeah,
I
it
literally
is.
left my first company because I was like, I'm stale of this job. I've done this job for 7 years. I want something new. These guys have been with Coach Sig and they're running into the next battle with him. That takes a lot for an employer to keep an employee, especially a high achieving one, around that long without them wanting to go find greener pastures. So, I talk a lot about how athletic, sports teams, athletic departments are businesses. Employee retention is huge. And Coach Sig, his resume speaks for himself on that, which is
I'd like to
very.
read a. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
You're
I want
good.
to read a super quick Coach Sig tweet for those that are not on Twitter from 4 days ago. I think it was a Saturday morning, right? And I retweeted it. I said Coach Sig with the straight fire on a Saturday morning. I mean, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning when this dude tweeted it out. What time was it? 6:56 in the morning. He just tweets without context. He just says, "At James Madison, I had to stalk complacency because of our success." Meaning he had to find people that were like, "Nah, we win everything. We don't care. Like,
Yeah.
whatever." He wants people that are driven all the time. He says, "At James Madison, I had to stalk complacency because of our success. At IU, I'm stalking softness and will eliminate it in every area so that we have the opportunity to stalk complacency." He's cutting it out. He's
Yep.
cutting out the bullshit. Sorry for my language. It's happy hour. We've been drinking. I've been drinking. I don't know about Brandon. He's just cutting it out. There's no more like, dude, this dude's just walking around, or there's no more like, what is this dude doing? There's no more Morgan Ellison issues. There's no more allegedly. There's no more the other off the field issues. I'm assuming is not going to happen. Like he's looking for people that are ready to come in and work and win immediately, and that's what his whole plan has been since the very beginning. So everybody needs to get on board, which I know everybody is anyway, and just continue pumping up Coach Sig. So let's go ahead. We'll hit the promo real quick for Monon Track Club, and then we'll go on to the AMA stuff. We spent a lot of time on coaches. But yeah, it's educational. So you guys don't have to do it yourselves. We are here to teach you to be like us, which is awful.
I want to be
Awful people.
Mike.
Let's get back to the show. I think this is the part where Brandon's going to ask me questions.
I'm going to ask you anything. It's going to be a little bit of sports, going to be a little bit of non-sports, it's going to be all over the place.
I just finished my drink.
So. We'll keep it sports related at first. What do you think about the 7th team being added in the NFL playoffs? Because the Packers were the first 7th seed to win. To date, the 7 seeds are 1-7.
So, I mean, I like it. I'm
but it's pointless. It's pointless. The 7 seeds straight up don't win.
Okay, let's put it in this perspective, I guess, is to like let's say the Colts played the Titans on the last game of the season, right? And then Houston played Jacksonville. Flip Titans in Houston.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Colts win, Houston wins. They both go to the playoffs. So either the Colts, I don't know the scenario, but either way, Colts or the Texans would have been the 7th seed at that point, which means that either one of those two teams would have gone into Baltimore or not into Baltimore, into Buffalo. And no offense to the Steelers.
No, you have mean offense to the Steelers, but that's
I don't, because I think if the math is right, I think the Colts would have been the 4 seed, and Houston would have gone to Buffalo.
Correct.
And the way Houston's rolling right now, Houston would have put up, I think, a better fight
100%.
overall against Buffalo than what the Steelers would have, right?
Yeah.
So I just think it depends on how it all shakes out. Unfortunately, this year was probably a bad year. To be maybe, I don't know. I mean, Jordan Love was their original starting quarterback, so that helps. But I think 16, 14 starting quarterbacks missed time or weren't playing at the end of the season, original starting quarterbacks. I mean, hell, we haven't had ours since week 4, and he barely even played the first 4 weeks. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I hate it. I think it's dumb.
I like
I
parody.
think it's stupid.
So
All right,
I
next
do think
question.
it's dumb that only one team gets a bye. Either go to 8 or keep it at 6.
Agreed. Next question is a college football NFL hybrid. Jim Harbaugh is coaching in college or pros next year?
Pro.
Interesting.
I've told you guys since the very beginning, I thought he was out. Who did I tell you? Who did I reference? Reese Davis. I was listening to the Lebitard show, which I've talked about many times on this podcast. One of the best podcasts, sports podcasts you can find, other than ours. They're highly nationally ranked for some reason. We're not, but we are better. And then they're like right behind us. Listen to them if you're okay, I guess, with being woke, as people call him. But he was on the show and they asked him straight up, like, what do you think? What's Jim Harbaugh's next move? And he said he's done. He's done. He's done in the college. He's going to the pro. He's already been interviewed by Atlanta.
Yeah.
Who else?
And the Chargers. And the Chargers.
And the Chargers. Yeah, I forgot about the Chargers. That's a bad job, I think. The Chargers are bad.
That's a bad organization. Atlanta's not much better.
Yeah, Atlanta's not bad. They need a quarterback.
They do.
Though. I think he's gone though. I'd love it. Love it. Cause some more chaos. Be great. Yeah.
Got it.
What do you think?
My next question. I don't know why he would leave Michigan. I don't know why. He already won the allegations. Like, I don't know.
He's won his championship. He's not going to do it again. His quarterback's gone.
Maybe he goes coach his quarterback.
Maybe
he
goes
to
Atlanta, drafts J.J. McCarthy, and there you go.
Yeah, anyone's better than Ritter. Woof.
Or the Green Lizard.
So let's stay on content. And I don't want to get in the specifics of it because that's controversial. But what is your take on the Aaron Rodgers, Pat McAfee, Pat calling out ESPN, Aaron calling out a coworker? Love it or shove it? I mean, we don't have to go into details.
Oh, but I don't know the details.
Oh, okay. So I'll summarize it for you. Aaron goes on Pat's show every Tuesday.
Yeah, and he's paid to go on that show, by the way.
100,000, I think, every appearance.
Yeah.
I think Deadspin said 100 grand. Doesn't really matter. Aaron talks a lot of football, and he talks a lot of non-football. And he accused a coworker of something. In my mind, that's a fireable offense. And then Pat doubled down by calling out his boss. In my opinion, that's unprofessional of both and at least should warrant discipline. Nick Wright has been very vocal. He was on Colin Cowherd's show and Nick Wright called both of them a-holes. So there seems to be a little bit of a Pat and Aaron against the media world. Do you think it's all just noise or what?
No, I think it's legit. I don't have
Lebitard's criticized Aaron before, right?
Yeah. So he's criticized Aaron, but he likes Aaron Rodgers until he found out that like the reason he doesn't come on Lebitard anymore is because he doesn't get paid to come on Lebitard anymore. Like he never got paid to come on Lebitard. They don't pay any of their guests ever. So I don't know what was said. I really legitimately I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll look it up later or whatever. But
don't. It's
so
honestly
here's what. Speaking of Lebitard, who is good friends with Pat McAfee, who kind of set Pat McAfee up for like what he ended up getting. I mean that number.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Lebitard got $50 million from DraftKings. He got $50 million.
You're talking about that deal.
Well, he was already leaving. He was already leaving ESPN because ESPN fired one of his producers without even talking to him or telling him it was going to happen.
ESPN and Disney are trash. I mean, I'll just come out and say that.
He straight up left ESPN and said, "F you. We're going to take your number one podcast off of here. You're done. We're gone. I'm going to pay him. I'm going to pay his own salary. I'll pay everybody's salary. I'll do it myself." And then DraftKings bought him for $50 million. So then he went out and started his own empire. Meadowlark is going to be massive. So then that kind of sets the table for McAfee, and McAfee triples it. McAfee, I think, got 150 from FanDuel, and then ESPN came back, and then he told FanDuel to kick rocks. But from what I understand, from what I've heard on Levitar's show, is that ESPN has given him full reign to do whatever he wants to do.
Yep, full control.
Say whatever he wants to say.
Yep.
Do whatever you want to do. We're not going to tell you what to do. You're successful with or without us. You just do it. We just want to bring in some of that money that you're getting. So I have no opinion because I don't really know, but yeah. I'll take your side on it.
Yep. All right. Last thing, as I'm sitting here watching Nebraska Rutgers 36-36 at halftime, what are your thoughts on Kosei Tominaga?
He's annoying. Oh,
dude, I love him.
Well, that's what I mean. He's annoying because he doesn't play for me. I mean, if he was on my team, I would love him, right? When he was tearing Purdue apart, I loved it.
And tearing IU apart.
And tearing me apart, it wasn't so much. It wasn't so great, right?
Yeah.
It's just annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying that a program like Nebraska can be, I mean, they're going to be good. They're going to make the tournament. They're going to be probably a problem. I mean, they're going to hit somebody at some point that's going to out-athlete them at some point.
If you can beat Purdue, you can beat anyone.
Well, then they just out-athleted them. They just out-athleted them. And made shots.
That's skill. I don't know.
So, that's what you have to do against Purdue, and we just don't have IU just didn't have the depth. That's what happened. So,
yep. All right, that's all I got.
Okay, cool. Is that Randos? Is Randos thrown in there too?
That is Randos mixed in as well.
Okay, cool. We're gonna wrap up. I told my wife this would be a quick one. It's been almost 45 minutes. NFL predictions recap from last week. I went 1-5. I teased that earlier. I thought the Browns would win. They didn't. I thought the Dolphins would cover 4.5. They did not. I thought it was looking pretty good there for a minute. 7-7, I think it was at some point after Tyreek took one.
I laid a monster bet down. That bet's gonna fund me for a while.
There you go.
It was my lock.
I mean, it was a lock. I just thought they'd keep it close. I also didn't know that when they took something out of the cooler that it would get colder. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. I did win Bills minus 10.5. No offense.
Yeah,
at all.
That was easy bet.
That was an easy win.
I took money line just because of my heart, but yeah, it was.
Yeah. I for some reason had watched the games that I had watched the Cowboys. They had destroyed people. Their defense was flying around. It was insane. That was awful. Rams Lions. I told you guys it was going to be the best game of the weekend. It was easily the best game of the weekend. I wish the first half would have carried over to the second half, but still, what a finish! What a story! People crying in the stands.
I'm all in on Detroit.
Insane.
Now.
I love Detroit. Love him. Jameer Gibbs is my boy.
I'm more of a Sun God guy, but
who's Sun God?
I'm in Raw. I'm in Raw. That's a Sun God. Come on, man.
I didn't know that. And then the Eagles. You called it. I just don't believe in Baker Mayfield, and now I do. I
did pretty well. I went 4-2 over the weekend, so I did pretty well.
Well done. Okay, let's move on to Saturday. I've got betting lines on here too because you made me sound like an idiot by taking. I think who did I take? Some money line. I think I took Eagles money line, and you're like, why would you ever take Eagles money? No, Cowboys money line. That's the one you guys made.
It was Cowboys money line, yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't have the odds in front of me. I was just saying I'm picking the Cowboys straight up as opposed to taking the spread. That's what I meant. All right, here we go. Saturday, Texans at Ravens. Ravens favored by 9.5 this morning, according to these are all DraftKings lines according from this morning. What do you got?
So the Ravens absolutely pummeled these guys. I think Harbaugh turned Stroud into a pumpkin. It's not my lock of the week, but I feel very confident in the Ravens covering this line.
Okay. I have the Texans covering 9.5.
A lot of points.
It is a lot of points. That's the only reason why. Packers at 49ers. This one was a tough one. 49ers 9.5 point favorites too.
Yeah, so this is my lock. I think San Francisco is leaps and bounds the best team. I think Shanahan, not our Shanahan, the other Shanahan is a lot better coach than LaFleur. Brock Purdy is a lot better than Jordan Love. I don't see how Green Bay scores at all. I think this is a very low scoring game. I think this is definitely an under game, but I see this being something like 24-10, 27-13.
Yeah, there's no good line. I mean, you could take the spread if you wanted to. That's minus 110. I just said I have no idea, and I guess I'll tease the 49ers down to 4.5. And that's at minus 223. I don't know. If you take a money line, you're throwing money. I mean, you're gonna win what pennies on the dollar.
Yep.
But I think teasing them down to 4.5. I do think it's close-ish.
Tease them both down and then parlay it.
Yeah. I mean, I always parlay everything, so parlay all these together. Sunday, this is a tough one too. I think Bucks at Lions.
Lions got something magical, man. The Buccaneers, I think, are the worst team remaining. I do think Baker turns into a pumpkin eventually. I think we could potentially see a Flacco situation in Detroit from Baker. Give me Lions minus 6.5. But maybe we just tease 4.5 all these teams. Ravens 4.5, Niners 4.5, Lions 4.5. Why not?
Okay. I'm gonna go, and because of that, I'm going Bucks plus 6.5. And the reason I'm kind of hedging the Bucks a little bit, man, I don't know if they're going to be able to match the high of winning your first playoff game in 30 something years. And the way that stadium was, and there were, I mean, I wasn't making that up. If you guys haven't seen it, there were literally people crying, like grown men bawling their eyes out in the stands because they beat the Rams. So in a wild card game.
A little bit important for me. Lions 6-2 at home. Buccaneers only 5-4 and away.
Yeah,
the Lions do not lose at home. They don't. They just don't lose at home.
Yeah.
Because I do think you and I both had Rams money line. That was one of the few bets I lost last week.
The Rams were balling going into that game too. Cooper, I don't think Cooper Kupp did anything in that game.
I think he might be washed, man. I think he's had a lot of injuries.
That hamstring got him.
Yeah.
Last game of the week, and I want to think maybe the next game. The last game was probably I think my game of the weekend. I think that game's gonna be fun. I think Bucks at Lions is gonna be fun. Chiefs at Bills, and I think this line is soft, Brandon. They got Bills -3, which is essentially a toss up with just going to the home team. This is Patrick Mahomes. You want to blow some people's minds here? Patrick Mahomes' first ever road playoff game. He's won 2 Super Bowls, Brandon. He's never played a road playoff game before. That place is going to be thawed out. There are going to be so many tables lit on fire. So many.
You got a buddy that's a big Bills fan, right?
Yeah. Shout out Tyler Pino and the Pino family. There are going to be so many blow up sex dolls with Taylor Swift's face on them that are getting slammed through tables that are lit on fire in a snowy parking lot that there's no way that the Bills lose this game. I've got Bills money line written down, but I'm gonna up it. Give me Bills -6.5. I think they win by a touchdown at least. What do you think? You're going Mahomes.
So when it's coin flips like this, I break this down a little bit, right?
You're going quarterback.
Who's the better coach? It's Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Who's the better quarterback? Patrick Mahomes. Who's the better running back? Isaiah Pacheco. Now, I do like Buffalo's skill positions better. I think Kelsey's washed. I think Rashee Rice is a rookie. I do like Buffalo's skill position, so I'll give him that. But then if you're looking at special teams, I love Harrison Butker compared to Tyler Bass, who we saw was awful on Monday. And then the Chiefs undoubtedly have the better defense of the two. So there's just too many areas. I don't think you're wrong. I think crowd is going to play a major factor. But if there's any team that can withstand a crowd who's been there, done that, it's the Chiefs. So I'm taking Chiefs money line at plus 140.
Okay. I do think it's going to be an absolute S show. That crowd is going to be so hyped.
Dude, they were throwing snowballs at George Pickens. I'm not kidding.
Hey, at least somebody was throwing balls to him, right?
That hurts.
I'm sorry. So the best thing about this is that they get to wait. They get to see who they get to play in the AFC Championship game, right? Imagine the Texans win that game. What if the Texans win that game? That place is going to be unbearably loud, like insane loud, because they know they're going to the Super Bowl if they win that game. So, and no offense to the Texans, I just don't think they can beat the Bills or the Chiefs.
I also wouldn't. I think it's a win-win for me on Chiefs money line because then if they lose, I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of it. The whole Peacock thing, by the way, can you guys get off your boomer stance about that? My dad couldn't find Peacock. How do you not have Peacock? How do you not have Peacock already or can't find it? They were giving away free subscriptions. Just go sign up and get rid of it or keep it because it's going to be on another one anyway. At some point, you guys can watch Premier League soccer on Peacock.
Son, I'm
That's
not
right.
even a soccer fan.
That's good enough. And The Office is on there. That's the only reason I have Peacock, probably, and Arsenal. But I've got it. I know where it's at. My kids know where it's at. Give me Bills -6.5. That's enough for today. Be sure to check out the pod on Twitter, Instagram, at Happy Hour IUFB. I need to get rid of the threads part. I deleted threads yesterday. Make sure to follow, rate. No, it's a different part. Make sure to follow our partner at Big Banter Sports for all the latest updates on our podcast, as well as the other top-notch pods around the conference. I think we've just added a USC pod recently. So they are also part of the team. And guess what, guys? Even more reason to follow Big Banter Sports. We have kicked them out, booted out the Purdue podcast for football, and we booted out the Ohio State podcast. So the worst of the worst are gone. They're finding some new worst of the worst. But as of right now, there is no Purdue podcast for football. So maybe go follow Big Banter Sports. You can keep up with it. There's a lot of good stuff at Big Ten Huddle, at I don't know what else we do. But some other stuff like that we do. A lot of crazy stuff. Basically I'm not gonna say it. It's fine. They cover all the cool stuff. Be sure to download, rate, review, and follow on all of our platforms. Until then, that's it. Oh, one more thing. Safety.
Drink up.
There's a coach. Hold on. I just saw this on Twitter while you were talking. Just one thing we didn't talk about. We on the staff, a defensive backs graduate assistant, Francis Meehan, coming over from James Madison, the former safety from James Madison on the staff. So not doing anything else. He's coming over with Coach Sig. So there you go.
Love that.
We don't need to talk about his biography and all that other stuff, but he's there. Got more JMU there and more reason for that JMU Twitter to go nuts. So, yep, there you go. What do we say now? Cheers.
Drink up. Drink up.
Whatever it is. It's fine. See you guys later.
See it.